Hi, I'm Amanda Gula. I did the book, music, and lyrics for Unwound Beyond the Labyrinth, and for the animatic, I will be the lead animator. So Unwound is based on a lot of myths, but we're really looking at Theseus and the Minotaur, the story of Theseus, the hero who goes into this maze, kills a monster, tried and true, but this time is a little different. He has help from Ariadne, who's a princess who is the keeper of the labyrinth. And I think really the big thing is the focus on Ariadne, on this footnote that everyone's like, wait, isn't she the... I don't remember who that is, when she's so integral to so many of these stories and really weaves them together. Stories of her family, her ancestry, Europa, Minos. We're going to be looking at Daedalus and Icarus, who created the maze and tried to escape it. And then, of course, leading along Ariadne's through line, we're going to be looking at Dionysus, their creation story with Semele.
Hi, my name is Emmett Spina, and I'm the music director and one of the concept artists of Unwound, the animatic. There's a lot of people whose stories don't really get told or looked into, and everyone kind of has their own minotaur to slay, and everyone slays it differently.
There's a lot of adult themes that come into play that's going to be a little bit different, that really touches at the heart of trauma that a lot of these tellings gloss over. There's usually a lot of glorification of these heroic deeds, or even the failures. It's so much like, my pain, and not what do you do with the pain. We're really looking at a modern telling for a modern audience who understands the conventions of musicals but are willing to let those boundaries be played with, especially as we go into animation and film.
Hi, I'm Kelly Lynn Hayes, and I am the part of visual development and the concept book lead for Unwound. So me and Amanda just met over Twitter, but I was introduced to them by Dia, and then we followed each other mutually. And then Amanda was like, "Hey, I know that you really enjoy kind of putting these books together that you do, and I would be interested in chatting with you about something for Unwound. Let's have some ideas. Let's talk about what this could be, because I want to present it digitally, because the in-person capacity is just not going to work, and I want to see this thing mounted as soon as I can."
What I've been working with the other concept artists, with Amanda, with Kelly, just the ideas that are going into the way that color plays into it, the way that the labyrinth actually looks, the way that people are actually drawn, and the way that they can morph and change. I adore that. It feels very much like messy memory in a good way.
There's a lot of duality in Unwound, but the main duality is electricity. Zeus, king of the gods, thunderbolt, lightning, very, very frightening, shot his lightning down into this world, and the music is drenched in electric sounds. We've got the gods, Dionysus, who has this completely synthetic, no real instrument sound, very techno, very out there. And then at the opposite end, we've got the very human Daedalus, who only has her hands to work with, and you hear this very raw acoustic guitar. And then right in the middle, and everybody in between, we've got these demigods who have electric amplification. So you've got Minos, who's, electric guitar, bass, amps. Ariadne, who is kind of tilted in between demigod and god, is going to be living in more of an indie pop rock world, where you kind of hear Mitski in there. You're going to hear St. Vincent, in contrast to Panic at the Disco, Fall Out Boy Dionysus, and Foo Fighters Nirvana Minos.
There's so much care going into each character, in the way that they would sing, in the way that the kind of feeling that they have, the way that their songs very much tell how they're moving through the plot. And I just adore that.
To me, songs are magic, I think. The way that I've been thinking about musicals for so long in my life, and I've always wanted to articulate what I feel its similarities to animation are. And I get the same magic feeling from musical theater that I get from animation, which is that you can do anything. And I don't really get those feelings from TV and movies. I think that those two things, for me, are grounded in reality in a way that theater and animation is not.
I think what's going to really augment the performances is that the artists are going to be drawing off of the album that Maiga and James are going to be putting together for everybody. That's going to have all of the songs that we can listen to. These choices that the actors are making is going to live in the music, and then therefore it will inform the animation. Whereas sometimes with 2D animation, it doesn't always work like that sequentially. Everybody's kind of operating full steam ahead throughout the whole process. The animators are getting a lot of the tools already because the ensemble is in the room talking about it. And I really look forward to seeing how that translates.